Real 92.3, LA's new home for hip hop, is standing up against racism and racial injustice in all of our communities. Cruz, Leche, DJ, Leslie, Jeff Garcia, the sports dude, Swizz Beatz back on the cruise show. Zone, my God. Yeah. Yo, dog. Listen, man, we appreciate the time and energy, man. We are waiting on Exodus. It drops tonight for us, West Coast, 9 p.m. Not the brag, light flex, but yeah, we get it early and we cannot wait. Yeah, we can't wait for this album, Exodus, man. It sounds crazy. The features are crazy. Production, we already know what that's about. That's quality production. You understand? Exodus, man. You have to be extremely happy about this project, right? You're seeing that this project finally gets to see the light of day.
Yeah, you know, I love it because it's what X wanted to do. You know, we didn't have to force him to do this record. He did Versuz and got his faith back, got his energy, his confidence back. Shout out to Snoop, who he did Versuz with, but then also shout out to Snoop for his hospitality and letting us use his studio to finish the album. Like, we never left. Like, we continued the album from Versuz. You know, Snoop would cook dinner for us and everything every night. And so X was very comfortable, and to see that love from two icons to each other, man, it just, the energy was great.
And two dogs, you feeling taking care of each other.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
I love that, dog. I love that. So, so the album was completed at Snoop's compound.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow,
in
that's
LA.
dope. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. The smoke was in the air too. You know, we got the best out here. So, man, vibes must have been all up.
Za.
How long was that process of recording at Snoop's?
It's about 2.5 months. It's about you know, yeah, we finished. It was about 2.5 months, and we finished it about 2.5 months ago. And X was about to go into his second phase. So we had a plan. The plan was to get the album right, make it a masterpiece, and then he was going to get his physical form right. So he was going to start this 2-month training workout plan and things like that. So when people seen him again, you know, he gained a lot of weight, you know, because he was doing the right thing. So he naturally gained his weight, gained a lot of weight. And I was cool with him gaining the weight because I knew that we had the plan of, you know, shaping that up for him to be amazing. And we never got to that part of it. But you know, he was excited, man. He wanted the album out even earlier than now. But, you know, I had to explain. I said, you know, we got to do clearance, we got to do paperwork. So while that's happening, let's just get to the workout vibe and, you know, let the business side do what it needs to do.
Man, we're waiting on it. Exodus drops tonight. DMX, the final album, or can we continue his body of work?
You know, that's been a big question. You know, we have a lot of vocals, we have a lot of things, but I don't want to just make things. You know, if it can't add to his legacy, if it can't be on this level and above, I'm honestly happy with this Exodus album because it has so much purpose, it has so much meaning. He gave people so much of his life on this record from a personal standpoint that it's a loud message. And if I can't find the right tools to do it big for him or bigger for him, I'll leave it alone. But if I can find that, then yeah, you know, we can make a couple more rounds, you know, with the,
it's got to be right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the energy got to be right. It's got to be tastefully done. It's got to be respectful. You feel me? And did X knock out verses for other projects, for other artists before he left?
Too many, you know, but we had to shut a lot of those down because, of course, you know, when he passed, everybody want to use that to put their stuff out. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that. Shut everything down, and we're going to make this about him. You understand? Let's make this about him.
Yep.
Let's not use this to launch your career. Although X would have wanted you to, but I have to let, you know, because X did everything for other people first, you know, so X wouldn't have had a problem with it, but I have a problem with it because, you know, it needs to be about dog, you know what I'm saying? Like he made his whole life about other people. And right now I think that it should be about him for this moment. And so respectfully, all you guys out there with Versuz, we'll open up the gates later, but right now, make it about dog.
That you have to understand. You just have to understand that. You know what I'm saying? There's no way around that. You know, you knew X. That's your brother. You love X. You know, we knew of X. I never had a chance to interview or speak to him or meet him. I
Oh
did
wow.
see him, though. I did see him live. And I'll never
Same.
forget that prayer live. I'll never forget that
Yep.
energy live. But I never had a chance to, you know, shake hands or, you know, or give him a hug or talk to him. But you knew him the best. There has to be a moment that, you know, not many people saw, not many people heard that you think about.
Say that one more time.
There has to be a moment that not many people saw or heard about, but you were there. You saw it. You heard it.
Oh man, you know, too
He
many
was very
moments.
generous. He was a very generous guy, and he gave himself to the game, not just bars and verses. He gave himself to the game.
Literally. I mean, you know, X philanthropic work, his humanitarian work was one that I've never seen before. You know, this wasn't something that he ever talked about. It was just something that he would continuously do. And he just, you know, X just wanted the love. You know, at the end of the day, he didn't even care about the money. He didn't care about no materialistic things. He cared about the love. You know, X was a simple guy. You give him a remote control car, 4-wheeler, he's good. You give him a pool table, he's good. He never cared about all those different things, even though, you know, he'd be in those settings, he was most comfortable in the simplest form. And I really respect that because in his mind, his job was for other things. His job was to help other people. And I've seen him do so many endless, amazing gestures for people.
Man, yo, Exodus, DMX, man, Rough Riders,
Yeah.
Rough Riders, man. What a beautiful service as well, man. Salute. What a beautiful service, man.
Thank you. Yeah, he
Yo,
deserved it.
Yeah, he did.
There's a lot of really amazing features on the Exodus project that's dropping. Griselda, Jay-Z, Nas, Lil Wayne, Snoop, Moneybagg Yo. I mean, the list goes on. Alicia Keys, of course, the Queen. Were any of these recorded live together?
Yeah, a lot of them were. The Griselda track, you know, he actually went to their studio and did it. And I thought it was amazing because I didn't even have to tell him to do it. He did that on his own. You know, Usher came in the studio and worked on Letter to My Son with them. My wife came in the studio and did everything. They worked on that together, you know, and it was just amazing to see him actually embracing the love and not being you know, shy about it, but like accepting his flowers and all of these people showing up for him. Because the thing that I like is that everybody on the album wanted to see him win. So I didn't have to chase these people down, which I thought was amazing. And you got to remember, he's here at this time. Like, it's not like he's gone and you know, and people are feeling sorry and bad. No, that wasn't the case. Everybody wanted to see him win. It was like, man, you two guys are working together. I know what this is going to be. Let's help get X back to the spot that he needs to be in. And it was highly respectable, you know, highly respectable from everybody on the record.
What's up, Leche?
Yo, I was gonna actually ask about the verses, but we'll keep it DMX right now. But I know the verses is coming back on Sunday.
Rematch. Let's go.
Rematch.
Yo, listen,
Rematch.
yeah. Why did you guys feel like it was time for the rematch?
Because me and Tim, you know, we started this. I was in my car, he was in his basement, and we never properly got to show people our verses. You know, everybody that was on verses got to properly show their verses. So this is kind of new to us because we now have rules that's on our platform. Before we had endless time. We went for 5 hours. Now I can't play 3 hours of music. Now we have to curate. Now we have to, you know, now we have to play chess. Before it was just like an all-out shootout. You know, it's like, okay, let's see who got the most bullets. You know, right. But now we only got 20 bullets, and we have to hit those spots.
Yeah, you got to create a set list, right? It's like doing a major show,
like
right?
A show, yeah.
Yeah, it's like doing a show. It's like doing a big concert, and you're headlining. You feel me?
You better have a set list going with Timbaland, because Timbaland guy, I'm not playing with him.
I know, bro. He ain't playing with you. That's the best part. And production value has gone up as well. And we are opening up the world per se, right? Like, yo, man, we coming outside. So I'm gonna assume that there will be some special guests in the building as well.
Oh man, you know, we gonna see. We gonna see. But you know, we got the audience there. It's the first verses with the live audience, so you know it's a good vibe.
Yeah, the vibe will be there for sure, man.
I just want to get invited to that.
Yeah.
Just pull up.
Nah,
Hey.
that ain't it. Dog.
Just pull up
Are
in
you
Miami.
sure?
Security. We're not getting the security.
Let's go.
Just pull up.
People pulling up. I ain't gonna hold you. People trying to be there at 4 o'clock and all that. I'm like, damn.
Yo, it's a moment in time. It's a moment in hip hop, and what y'all
Facts.
created,
Facts.
y'all created just a moment in the culture, bro. Like there have been so many moments within the culture. Some great, not so great, unfortunately. But this right here is a true moment for hip hop. Every verses.
Absolutely. Thank you. Super appreciate that.
Man,
what was the initial conversation with you and Tim like for the first verses that you guys did at the beginning of this pandemic? Did you guys call each other and set it up, or how did it all happen?
It started like from him, you know, taunting me, playing beats on the Instagram and saying my name every time he was playing tracks. And I was like, why is he sending me a message or something? And then, you know, I started playing tracks too. I'm like, okay, well, I can answer you. You want me to answer you? Let's go. And then I called him and I was like, this is what we doing? He was like, why not? And I was just like, okay, well, let's do it in an hour. Let's go. And we just went. We didn't do no flyer, no promotion. And then all of a sudden, 20,000 people showed up at that time. That was a very huge number on IG Live, you know?
Big time.
It was, that one was special. We can't remake that one. That one was just, that was what it was. You know, this is going to be crazy too, but that one was serious.
Yeah, man. You know, we're over here sitting on the West Coast, bro. Are there more West Coast verses coming up? Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Good ones too.
Oh man, we can't
YG Tiger, maybe. Like that was pretty good. I mean, they started off
like
on the same time.
Ice Cube.
You know? Okay. Has Dre reached back since? I know first his issue was like the quality of sound, you know, him being a producer.
No, Dre's in a good space. I just, you know, out of respect, wanted to give him some time to deal with, you know, personal things he was dealing with. So I didn't really I speak to him, but I don't speak to him about verses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking to him as a brother and as a human. And, you know, like sometimes we got to put the business and all that stuff to the side and really check on people. So out of respect, I haven't brought verses back up to Dre. But when the time comes, he'll bring it up to me because we was communicating heavy about it. And when he get in that zone, we'll know.
We'll know. We'll feel it. Za, za, za. We'll know. We'll know exactly what it is. Yeah. Hey, you know, you talk about reaching out to your brother, and as a man, you feel me? Like, what was your last conversation with X?
Man, my last conversation with him was him telling me, I could tell like he was at a club or a restaurant or something. It was loud. And he called me and he was like, man, I need to be next to you. I need to be in your space to get the positive energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be in your vibe. And he never really called me like that. And I was just like, you know, okay, well, I was on my way out the country and I invited him. I was like, yo, you should call me on this trip. I think it'd be super good for you to change up the scenery. We just completed an amazing album. Let's go away and see something different for a little bit. And he was loving it. He was loving it until I told him the flight was 17 hours. He said, nah, I don't want to be next to you that long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he said, you know, but I'm going to think about it and I'll hit you back. And he never hit me back about that conversation. And that was our last phone call conversation. And then 2 days later, he wrote me and just wrote me randomly and was just, you know, telling me how appreciated he was for me being in his life and doing all the things that I've done for him, which I was like, okay, well, you know, I love you too, dog. That was my last text with him. And I wrote back, I love you, dogs for life. And I sent him the Mr. Magic Rap Attack old school playlist with all the old school hip hop joints on it. And that was it, man. It was showtime after that.
Mr. Magic Rap Attack, man, classic.
Yeah.
Classic right there, bro.
Chills.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen, sidebar, but equally as important, man. You know, your wife, Alicia, you have a quality person there with you, man. That is one classy woman, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. She helped me. She helped me out so much. You know, super supportive. The best example of a partner. You know, and my hats go off to her in the biggest way.
Man, salute, man, for real.
That's beautiful.
It's got to be done more in hip hop, I think, man. You got to show appreciation to the women that hold you down when you get home. You feel me?
That's a fact. Hold me down.
What would you say is like like the key to a successful relationship?
Especially in the public eye.
Yeah, especially
communication. Because if you and your partner have a communication, it's hard for people to penetrate that communication. But what happens is we wait and let things build up and don't communicate. And then when you decide to communicate, you're yelling, you're screaming, nobody, you know, and nobody's really catching the message. So you didn't really solve nothing. You just did a bunch of yelling and it's never solved. So then it creates a cycle of continuous arguments and yelling because you never really, you put a Band-Aid on it, but you didn't really like close up those wounds. And instead of yelling, communicating and listening to each other is super effective because when you're talking to a person calm, 9 times out of 10, they don't really understand what you're feeling. And you're like, wow, you know, when you said this, it made me feel like this. Dang, I was just joking. I didn't even, you serious? Yeah, because you got to remember this, this, and this. And so when you say that, it puts me back to that space. Ah, got it. Mental note, checked off the box. You know, you're not going to do that same thing for at least 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to remember all the rules.
No.
You know? Communication is key. Zone. Communication zone.
Yes, communication zone. I was just telling Lecha and Les, Swizz, that like I'm coming to you as a father here, bro. You know, I think our 2 kids are very young, 4-month-old and a 4-year-old. I think they're trying to break my wife and I up, dog. Like they really want us separated. They want to ruin us, Swizz. What do I do, my G?
Now, are these boys or girls?
2 boys.
2 little boys.
Oh, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Wait, how?
You're in trouble.
I thought if you had a girl, you were in trouble.
You know, boys are for mommies. You just got to understand that, and you gotta let your queen have that. By the way, yeah, because you know I used to feel some type of way back. You know when I didn't have the experience that I have, but your wife carried those kids for those months, and then like we as men, we are so weak compared to women. Like women have babies. Women give humans life out of their body. Like, do you understand that?
We cook them in, like they're like little cakes inside of us, and we just bake them.
That's why I look when the baby comes out. Both times I looked because I need to learn. You feel me?
Yep.
Look, learn, and love because women are the way that they can. It's miracles, man. We treat it lightly. But imagine this, right? Imagine you had to pay $1 million to reproduce yourself, right? To have a baby, because that's what you're technically doing.
Right.
Life would be so different. It would be everybody's goal to go so hard to reproduce themselves for their legacy to live on. But being that it's so easy, it gets so disrespected. But imagine you had to pay for life to reproduce yourself. It would be everybody would be focused only on that goal in life. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But being that you can have it and it's just, you know, everybody could do it. It's sometimes don't be as special as it should be. And I just, you know, I just put that out there just think if you had to pay $1 million to reproduce, that would be your goal. You will work every day to make that happen. Like, yo, I'm working hard so I can reproduce another one of me. So my legacy can go on. And the respect to be way more different on earth.
That's very true, man. I just want my woman back, bro. I haven't had a chance to touch my woman in so long, bro, because they, you know, when one kid is asleep, the other one's up. When the other one's asleep, the other one's up. So it's just like, I don't know, man. We've been talking about this on the air. Like, how do I get my love? Like, how do I get my woman back? You feel me? Like, from my kids.
You're gonna get it back soon.
Just gotta be patient.
But you know, these are the moments, because them kids, man, it happens so fast. Like, my 20-year-old, he's with me right now, you know, in New York.
So I'm on the PJ.
Yeah, I'm 6'1". He's 6'6", looking down on me. And I'm like, how did this happen? Like, what is going on? You know, and I wish I was hearing that crying from him and that screaming and him waking me up. Like, he's a grown man now. I'm like, he's in New York with me. I've seen him 2 times. You know, I was like, he's coming with me to the game. Like, he has his own schedule, his own life, and it's crazy.
Man, that's great, man. I love talking to you, Swizz. I appreciate it, man. I can imagine why your friends appreciate you, my brother, for real, man. Exodus, dropping, man.
Yes.
Let's go. Zone, za, Exodus,
zone,
DMX
za.
album, the highly anticipated Dark Man X album, my G.
Absolutely.
Man,
thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Salute.
Right.
Les, let you
and
everything we
the
need.
Versuz is happening this Sunday, right? May 30th.
Sunday, Miami.
Next Sunday. Sorry, my bad.
This Sunday.
Swizz. It is this Sunday.
This Sunday.
In Miami, huh?
In Miami.
Rematch.
Hey, Swizz, and I know you're not on vacation. I know you working on your own joint.
Man, it's all about X right now.
Right.
Everything that I had is on his clip, you know.
Salute, brother. Salute, man.
That's
That's
awesome.
amazing, dog. It's love, man. Take care of yourself. You getting vaccinated?
I'm not yet, but you know, we're thinking about it. I'm thinking about it, seeing what's what.
That's it. That's it for sure, man. Stay healthy.
Good.
God bless. Congratulations on Exodus, my guy.
Thank you. Blessing everybody. Stay safe.
Sir.